and all these on that option. Get the mask on my face like a catch. Don't call my phone unless you tryna cop. I'll pull up and serve you well.
Yo! Welcome to LCameraTV. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share cool things like Facebook and Reddit and Instagram and Roman.com and wherever else. And guys, the Panthers are 1-0 this week because it was a bye week and you can't lose a bye week. So 1-0. We definitely got to talk about what I think, transpired over the bye week. Some things, some news that came out over the bye week. Got to talk about that. A certain player is getting nominated for a certain award. Got to talk about that. And we also got to talk about the upcoming matchup for the Panthers and what the Panthers should do and how it's going to play out. So we got a lot to talk about today, guys. So let's get started. So the Carolina Panthers were 1-0 this week, and they still came away with some injuries. What injuries, my guys? The COVID injuries. Obviously, the Panthers, I guess they had an outside gathering during their bye week, which is not a good idea, obviously. And we had a few players get put on on COVID reserve. I think that's what it's called. COVID-19 reserve, which is not a good thing because they were top players. DJ Moore, I think, is on the COVID reserve list. Curtis Samuel's on the COVID reserve list. I think Shaq Thompson and basically some good players basically got affected. And that's definitely not a good thing. Obviously, the Panthers need all the help they can get. But I also feel like this is kind of fishy. Obviously, I've been saying that the Panthers, I don't think they're, I think they're going to lose the rest of their games. I've been saying that for a while. And just being, just seeing how things are going to play out. Obviously, with the, Teddy Bridgewater, his MCL injury, and Christian McCaffrey in and out of the lineup. And I think he didn't practice this game today either. I think he didn't practice. So it just seems like a litany of injuries or COVID or whatever have you. He tore Gross Matos already on COVID. So it's like a lot of people are gone. And I think this is part of the reason why the Panthers are going to lose the rest of their games. But also just because I didn't think they wanted to win the rest of their games, personally. I think the Panthers are trying to just position themselves because they know what is going on this season. Position themselves for a draft pick, and this just goes right along with it. It sucks because you want to see DJ Moore and Curtis Samuel and Shaq Thompson and all that stuff out there, but do you want to hurt your draft stock? Not so much either. So to me, it's just another thing to be, disappointed with the Panthers. As far as the organization and everything like that, they're not doing a great job, and we haven't heard much from, the organization in general. So we'll see, man. But like I said, this season looks like a disaster. And the second thing I want to talk about is Shaq Thompson is getting nominated for the Walter Payton Man of the Year award, which is a good thing, but it's also a bad thing. And this is why I say that, right? I'm happy that he's getting nominated because obviously charitable work is important and all that stuff like that, whatever. But I'm also unhappy is that because this is like the only award he's going to get because he has not been playing well this season. He's been playing average at best. And when Luke Kuechly left, he was like, oh, it's time for me to take over and step up. And let's be honest, Jeremy Chinn is like doing him. Like Jeremy Chinn is like the best linebacker we got right now. And that's not a good thing. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, Shaq, you learned under Luke. You had, Luke as a teammate. You learned under him. You got drafted under him. And we thought you was going to take this next step. Whereas now, it looks like you're just going to be, above average. He's a team leader. I give him that. He definitely snapped on the team when they weren't playing well. But I'm talking about his play. His play needs to step up. If Jeremy Chinn is going to be a dominant linebacker for years to come, which it looks like he is, and Shaq Thompson got paid all his money, we need them to be our new Luke Kuechly and Thomas Davis tandem. Obviously, the third linebacker, it depends, but we need that. That's what we need. So, Shaq, we need you to step it up. I'm proud that you're getting nominated for this award. We don't know if you're going to win it or not, but you should be in the running for Defensive Player of the Year or, or just something, But this is not acceptable. I love Shaq. Shaq is a good player, but we need you to take that next leap, man. And they've been waiting. As a first-round pick, even though it was like at the bottom of the first, you're supposed to be a top linebacker in this league. And nobody could really say Shaq Thompson's like a top linebacker. They say he's above average. He's a good linebacker. But if that was the case, the way James Bradbury is playing in New York Giants for the New York Giants, we might have kept him and paid him that money instead of Shaq because he's looking like arguably a shutdown corner, to be honest with you. So maybe the Panthers decided to pay the wrong person. Who knows? We'll see. You know, I still like Shaq. I think Shaq is a good player, but you know, James Bradbury is living up to his contract, and I don't think Shaq is yet so far. So, and finally, the Carolina Panthers played the Denver Broncos, which is good for Christian McCaffrey because it's a homecoming. Obviously, he's from Denver. But let's be honest. I think the Panthers are going to lose this game. One, because the plethora of injuries and COVID reserve we're dealing with. Marcos Matos on COVID reserve, Shaq Thompson, DJ Moore, Curtis Samuel, and DJ Moore was injured before he even got on that. Plus, Christian McCaffrey, we don't even know he's going to play. He's been in our lineup. I don't think he practiced today. Teddy Bridgewater is dealing with MCL sprain. Yeah, he had a bye week, but let's be honest. They said it's like 6-week recovery. We'll see how that whole thing plays out. And plus, the O-line has been makeshift. And the Denver Broncos, one thing they do well is they rush the passer. So, for me, it doesn't seem like a good matchup. Obviously, Drew Lock is not a good quarterback, but, I mean, he can, you know, they got a good receiving core, and they can kind of like make up for his ineptitude. Plus, with the defense hitting Teddy and hitting whoever our quarterback's going to be, because I think their pass rush is really good, even without Von Miller, it doesn't seem well for us. So, I think that's probably going to be an L, which sucks. And, you know, well, I can't say it sucks anymore. We're 4-8, so, I mean, it's just something we got to get used to. But after that, we play the Packers, which is probably going to be a loss. And we play Washington football team, which I thought, you know, I give us an outside chance of winning that game. Washington looking good. They just beat the Steelers. Their pass rush is good. Alex Smith rejuvenized the team. That's probably going to be a loss, too. And then we play the Saints at the end of the season. So I don't see us winning any more games. And, you know, obviously I think they're going to position to get a quarterback. Everybody talking about the BYU quarterback, Zach Wilson. I'm not a fan. I want Justin Fields. I don't want anybody besides Justin Fields. They say Trey Lance. Who knows? Trey Lance, I think his name is Trey Lance from North Dakota State. I'm not, you know, I just don't really like people from smaller schools because they tend not to pan out. Obviously, look at Carson Wentz. He came, I think, from North Dakota also. So, to me, I would much rather Justin Fields because he came from Ohio State. But we'll see how it happens, man. We still have a chance. Obviously, the season's not over, and we can still kind of change our draft stock. And I wouldn't be mad if the Panthers traded up and got a quarterback if they needed to, especially depending on the position they were in. So we'll see what happens, man. But for now, I think it's going to be an L for the Broncos. And I'll be live streaming, so tune in, I guess. Well, that's it for me, guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share cool things like Facebook and Reddit and Instagram and Roman.com and wherever else. And guys, get in the comment section, man. Do you think the Panthers are going to lose all their games? And if they do, and they have a high draft pick, who would you rather have? Trevor Lawrence, which I doubt we get. Justin Fields, Trey Lance, or Zach Wilson? Put that in the comment section below. Definitely check out the podcast. Talk about all kinds of cool stuff. Definitely check that out. And check out my dog Ronald Steve channel. Very funny, very talented dude. Y'all already know what it is. And I'll see y'all next time. And tune in to the live stream on Sunday. Peace.